Hi, it's me, Tanisha. I just did a 15-minute video and the sound didn't come out. Really? I need to check this. Yeah, I'm supposed to check this. This is a new headset that I got and it was beeping. Let me see. Yes, then now it's going off, so now it works. Just did a 15-minute video. Okay, I'm gonna have to heavily condense that. So anyway, I was doing an update on what's happened the past couple weeks. A lot of stuff has gone down. Quickly, as far as online teaching goes, I've done a couple of VIP Kid classes the past couple weeks. Just one here or there, like this past Saturday and the other Saturday before. And then also, Dada's been kind of slow here and there. Only had one last week. I still do the 7 to 9 slot. So, because before I was doing 7 to 8:15 and then 11:15 to 12:15, something like that. Yeah, so that's been kind of slow. What else? Oh, this is what I forgot to put in the other video. Dada kind of messed up on a couple things. I got notice today that I wasn't allowed to do part-time anymore because I had a bunch of absences and I don't. They canceled one class, so they got that fixed immediately. But then last week they said I had a teacher tech issue, which I didn't. I didn't have a class, but I guess the girl canceled and the TA accidentally put teacher tech instead of student cancellation. So that hasn't been taken off, but they said that they took it off on their end. I contacted 3 people and they all kind of said the same thing, like they can't take it off or they took it off on their end. So yeah, been dealing with that, but I don't know, for some reason I'm getting some VIP Kid bookings. I don't know. And the girl that I had last week, her parents rebooked me for October 6th, so that's a good thing. The big thing I was talking about, which made up a chunk of my video, was that I got injured at work. In case you forgot, I work one-on-one with a student who's autistic. He has meltdowns. Sometimes he just runs from me. Sometimes he just being playful, tries to get away from me. And somehow, a couple weeks ago, I injured my knee. It didn't hurt, but it just like was cracking and popping, and it started to get tight. And then it kind of went away, and then it started to do it again. So I went to the doctor last week. They basically said it's pulled a muscle, gave me ibuprofen. I had an x-ray done yesterday, and I didn't mention it to my job because I was just like, I'm gonna leave it alone. But then after I rested it last week, this past week, oh no, sorry, because tomorrow will be 2 weeks. So my knee started to feel funny a couple weeks ago on Friday, and then last week my student was being inappropriate and trying to interrupt the teacher, and I had to try to block him away from the teacher while he was timing stuff for PE. And obviously if my student interrupted him, then it would affect the student's grade because then he would have gotten interrupted. So I had to get my student away from him a few times, and somehow in that process I felt my knee pull, but I didn't realize anything happened. So I didn't say anything, and then throughout the week again, my knee started to get a little bit sore. Then over the weekend, it felt better, but now since about Monday night, my knee's starting to get sore, like not just popping and cracking, it's been getting sore. So I was gonna try to call off today and tomorrow, but when I told my boss my knee was hurting, she was, how come you didn't report it? So she had me come down and report workers' comp, and I said, well, I wasn't trying to make a big deal. She says, it is though. She's like, you have to report this stuff. I said, but I felt better. She says, it doesn't matter. She's like, you have to report it. So I had today, I had to go to another doctor. It took me 3 times to find which building it was in because I didn't know what building it was in. Was there for a couple hours. I had to get my knee looked at, and they kind of grilled me about how come I didn't report it earlier. And I was explaining to them that, I had another knee issue, but it wasn't that bad. And they were kind of like, we're not sure if they're going to give you a workers' comp because you waited, which I've been hearing. So then I got another x-ray done, and then they gave me more medication, which is just ibuprofen. So then I also got a knee brace, and I got an ice pack, which doesn't work too well in 100-degree heat. It's 100 degrees today. It's like 85 right now. So yeah, just a lot of stuff's gone down. So I came home. Well, this morning I let them know, hey, my knee's messed up. I'm not sure when I'm coming back. So they said they were going to handle it today because someone has to watch my one-on-one. So anyway, I called my employer who said, okay, what's going on? And I said, well, they said I can do modified work. And then she said, okay, so then you're off into your next appointment. And I was like, wait, what? I said, okay. I was like, okay, let me talk to her about it in person. So then I went down there. She wasn't there, but another lady that was there said, yeah, we don't do modified work, so you're off for 2 weeks. And I said, what? She says, yeah, we don't do modified because that would be hard for me to try to work with the student and then I can't fully do my job. So I was like, oh, great, I'm missing 2 weeks of work. I mean, believe me, I can use the break, but not in that way. So then, anyway, I contacted the school because one of my coworkers said the secretary needs to know what was going on. And I told her basically, I said I was approved to go back to work, but I said my employer won't let me because it's modified. And she says, oh no. She said, I'm so sorry. She says, did it happen here? I said, yeah, with a student. She says, oh no. And she just said, I hope you're better. And she said, what are they going to do about a sub? And I already told my other coworker, I said, we don't, we don't deal with the subs. That has to do with the district. She says, okay, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. So, yeah, um, my student caused me to have an injury, and now I have to miss 2 weeks of work. And as I've brought up before, the student that I have just doesn't belong in that setting. He's a bit of a distraction. He does inappropriate things, and it interferes with everyone's work. Like I mentioned in the video that I recorded before, he's done some very inappropriate behaviors recently, like spitting in his hand, walking around with globs of spit in his hand. It's dripping over the campus. Sticking his fingers in his mouth, licking his hand, doing this in class, picking his nose in class and eating it, sticking his finger in his behind and smelling it and eating it. Like I told my coworker, she went like, ugh, because they had him last year. They said, yeah, he didn't do that last year. So someone told me it might have been like hormonal or just him being defiant. Because you tell him, hey, don't do that. That's inappropriate. He goes, sorry. And I'm like, no, it's okay. Just don't do it again. And then he'll do it again like a few minutes later. It's just not in their mindset about stuff that's not appropriate to do. And he'll do stuff in front of the kids and they're like, did he just do that in front of us? Did he just pick his nose and eat it in front of us? Did he just dig in his behind? And then luckily no one caught the spitting thing, but that was just crazy. He's walking around with a whole thing of spit. Like last week, his whole hand was covered in saliva and it was dripping. And he was about to go into the lunchroom. So imagine him going to the lunchroom with saliva on the floor. Some of the students could tripped and fell. Like it's not a sanitary situation. And I don't feel like he belongs in that setting. And I said that last time, and I just had another staff member tell me he doesn't belong here because she was here last year. She said that they had trouble controlling him. He'd be in the office screaming and crying. They didn't know what to do. And I contacted my employer and she goes, yeah, we don't have anything to do with that. She goes, that's the district who does the placement. She goes, our job is just to put the one-on-ones together. Like, that's it. So, yeah, I'm just stressed out for them, trying to figure out how they're going to get a sub. Because I know we don't, the district should do it. I don't know what the issue would be. We do have aides in the class, but the thing is, they're not always in the class, and they're a class aide, they're not a one-on-one aide, so they would have to go back and forth between him and the other students, and that's not what they're supposed to be doing, like vice versa. Like my job is to be with him. My job is not to be a class aide. That's not my job. But I mean, they'll handle it. They should have a sub for him. I'm actually gonna make a phone call tomorrow and see what they're gonna do about that, and also try to talk to them about the student and see what to do about that situation. Because he caused me to be injured from goofing off and me having to chase after him. Now I'm missing work and losing income for my bills. Just like last year when I got injured by the student, I lost money. Throughout the year, I lost money because I got injured here and there from work. I didn't report it or anything because I wasn't trying to lose money or anything. I was like, okay, let me just heal and move on. I'm not trying to make a big scene about it, but that's the situation now. So I have my few days off. I'm a few days off, 2 weeks off now, and I'm just gonna focus on my online classes. Maybe try to open up some early morning classes, but that's hard again because I'm at home, and that causes an issue because I've been trying to look for a room rental, and I've been close to finding some, but then there was always some catch, like not enough privacy from my online teaching, or someone was sick, or they upped the rent all of a sudden. So now I'm missing 2 weeks of work. I can't move because I'm gonna have to try to catch up. Right now, I'm of the mindset that I'm not gonna get workers' comp. I have to think kind of negatively, and then hopefully something positive will happen because that's just how it goes. So yeah, just kind of putting an update out there that I'm out of work the next 2 weeks, and that VIP Kid's picking up a little bit, and Dada's kind of slow, and yeah, that's it. Oh, and also with massage, I haven't done any massages this month because my regular, he's not understanding my new schedule. I keep telling him Fridays are the worst time because I have my classes. Well, I had work. I have to drop off my time card and then I have my classes. He wants me to somehow squeeze time in between there to go work on him. And then on Saturday I have classes too. So I said any other time is fine, but he'll only contact me when I have other stuff going on. Like if I have work and go afterwards and work on him, that's fine. I can do that because he's like a few minutes away. But I can't go back home and then drive back out to the same area just to go work on him. I can't do that. So I've only worked on him I think once this month. That sucks for my income because I usually get a couple $100s from him per month. But the past 2 months now, I haven't been able to work on him because he's not understanding my schedule. He'll try to contact me on Friday. I said, but I can't work on you on Friday. I said, I have to do this and this. Oh, wait, you can do it at this time. I said, no, I have my classes. Like, he keeps forgetting that I have my classes. Yeah. I could still work on him though, because I mean, I'm just going to be standing. I'm not going to be walking around a bunch of places, so I can at least do that. I might have to see about doing some massages just to try to get some income in, but I don't know if that's going to work. Because when I try to do massages, they always want to come to me. So again, that can't happen. I'm going to try to figure out how to get some money in. I don't know. So tomorrow I'm going to have to make some phone calls about number one, if they can get a sub for me at the district. And then number two, about trying to see if I can get some of my bills delayed. Because I'm not going to get a paycheck next pay period. So yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna take a shower and rest my knee and do some journal writing. And tomorrow, like I said, got some stuff to get done, get some VIP kid stuff done, be a little productive. So that's it for now. Follow my social media, follow the updates on my knee and work and everything on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And that's it. Bye.